What is going on, everybody? So there is a lot going on right now at the shop, but we got to head out pretty soon, and I want to take you to this aquarium because we've made some progress on it, but it needs some help, and I want to get your opinion and tell me what you think. Now, we're working on a budget with this tank, so keep that in mind when I show you this tank. But first, all right, so we just got this fish in from a customer. Apparently it was looking bad. I don't know, this is my first time checking it out. Looks a little lethargic. It's a type of wrasse. What is this?
Yeah. She said it was like Christmas wrasse.
All right, so this is not one of our fish. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoop him out, put him in a specimen cup. We can get a better look and see what we're dealing with. So he was really easy to catch, really lethargic, really tired, breathing rapidly, which could be also from the stress of me taking him out, but I'm not seeing anything that stands out. I see some raised scales, I see some missing scales. Let's get him in the blue light, see if we can see any better. Not seeing anything that really stands out under blue light. I can't really see anything. The thought is it has velvet. Might have some type of parasite. It was acting weird. It was bumping into other fish. It's definitely not looking healthy. So we'll go ahead and do a hydrogen peroxide bath, and then we'll put him in some formalin in his own tank, and provide some temporary relief, and then we'll figure out what to do going forward. All right, so much more active now. It's getting a hydrogen peroxide bath. It's got a little bit longer to go, then we'll put it in a tank, and then we'll monitor its progress going forward. Maybe get a better look at what we're dealing with here. And the wrasse is in this 10-gallon tank right now, swimming around looking good. Ate a little bit of live brine. We'll definitely keep an eye on him. He's in formalin right now, so this will be a process. This treatment will take a bit of time. So you can see there's swimming around, active, which is a good sign. Now, we had these canary blennies and they were looking terrible, but we've turned it around and they're doing so much better. I'm so happy with the way they progressed. We got them in medications because when they first came in, they were just so tired, so weak, and they had stuff all over them, and they're doing so much better. I'm so happy. It's a big win for us. And also, this little seahorse came in not too long ago and had a bad infection on its tail, and I'm happy to say that it's doing much better right now. And we've been dosing antibiotics. It's still got a ways to go. We're not out of the woods yet, but it's doing much better right now. The other one is still struggling. Now here's the other seahorse that's in here with him. This one, its tail had a big sore. You can see there's a sore right there. You can barely make it out. That spot right there. That was 50% bigger than it is now. So the antibiotics have gotten that down. I know it looks bad. He's floating right here. He's not looking good, but he's made progress. When this seahorse first came in, it was in really bad shape. So the antibiotics are working, not as fast as we'd like to see, but it's definitely working, and we still got some work to do on them. And then good news with these seahorses, they were struggling too, but they are fully healthy now, and we're going to, look at this little guy. We're going to put them back into the customer's tank probably sometime this week. So they're gonna go back into the tank, and it's weird because during this whole time, these two were dark, but this one has really lightened up since we got it. It's really gotten a really pretty yellow color. But I think they're gonna get fed, so they're trying to stay at the top. But there, yeah, again, they've recovered. They're 100% ready to go back to the customer's tank. Now, I personally would love to spend more time in the shop, but unfortunately, this past couple months, it's just been crazy. It's been hectic, from everything from tank leaks to people buying new tanks and having to set them up, plus dealing with regular customers that we have already and making sure their tanks are good. It's been a lot. But let's go ahead and pack up the truck right now, and I'm gonna take you to a tank because I want to show you this aquarium, and it's come a long way, but it still needs some help. All right, I'll see you there. All right, so I'm here at the place of business, and the first thing they told me when I walked in the door is that there is a puffer fish. The puffer fish somehow got into the overflow. So now that is the new mission, is to get this little fella out of the overflow, which is, it's not a lot of room in there. So we're gonna have to try to find a way to get him out without stressing him out too bad. The visibility isn't very good, but yeah, so work on that now. So I don't know how long he was back there, but we got him, and he's puffed up, which means he's really stressed out. So
just try to get him in a tank as quick as I possibly can, but he's all stressed out. I don't know how long he's been back there, but I feel so bad for Buddy. He's starting to deflate right now, so that's good. Gonna swim away. That's good to see. Yeah, and I have to look in there, and when the cloudiness starts to settle, and see if there's any more fish in there. Now the problem is that the pufferfish is doing really good right now. But that's the problem. Those two jerk clownfish, those tomato clowns, they are just wrecking havoc on this tank. And if it was up to me, they'd be gone. But they were the original habits of the tank. They've been in this, the original conception of this tank for a long time. But you can notice all the fish are over here, hiding under the rocks because these two bullies over here. I do not like tomato. I like tomato clowns in more aggressive style tanks, but you got to have more aggressive fish with them. They're just kind of bullies. The flame hawk seems to be able to be okay with them. He kind of just minds his own business. But we might have to change our approach with this tank because these tomato clowns are just way too aggressive. Might end up having to take some fish out. All right, so here is the aquarium. And I just wanted to show you this tank because it's been an absolute struggle since we started servicing it. We did not put this tank together. We did not design any of this. We took it over because it was just in bad shape. And by bad shape, I mean it was just littered with aptasia everywhere and a bunch of hair algae. We've been working really hard to get rid of the aptasia, which means we've been doing it manually, and we've been basically just manually, and we've added a couple of peppermint shrimp in here also, which seem to have done a really good job, but we've gotten it manageable now. These rocks, all these area right here were just littered with aptasia. And you can see they're all pretty clean. You have what looks to be an aptasia right there. But all this was just absolutely covered. So it's been a very big win. There was a point where I thought we were gonna have to get rid of these beautiful hammer corals because there was so much aptasia just surrounding them. You can see there's some heads that got lost there that I thought we might as well just take these completely out and just make this an anemone and mushroom and softy tank because I didn't think we were gonna be able to defeat the aptasia. Some more right there, but it's gotten way less. And there's also different types of aptasia too, and hydroids, and wouldn't be surprised if there's mono anemones in here as well. But this tank was also covered with tons and tons and tons of hair algae. And if we look closely, you can see where there's a lot of detritus still in the tank. A bunch of detritus on the rocks. That's all from dead algae. So that all kind of turned to like dust once it died. And that's just from dosing reflux and doing water changes and just trying to get that water chemistry right. It's weird because you only have three fish in this tank. So for it to have a hair algae problem is very weird. And I think that's all I see. But that's what's going on here. I'm just happy we're able to put these Euphilia coral, frog spawn. You don't see these frog spawn corals anymore. Like, you just can't find them. It's nearly impossible to find these corals. And that's a big colony of it. There's a bunch of detritus still in the sand. That probably will have to be gravel vacked. But all in all, the tank's doing pretty good. And it's come a long way. Now we are on a budget, but what would you guys recommend we put in this tank? What could spice it up a bit, make it look a little bit better? Love to hear your comments on it, but it definitely needs more fish. So far we have those two clowns. We have 3 chromis, and then underneath in that cave system there is see if I can get them, a real grandma hiding under there. But that's all I've seen so far as fish go. All right, so we are done for the day. It's been a long one. I had so many jobs today. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comments about the aquarium. What would you add? What would you do to make this tank kind of stand out? Keep in mind, we are on a budget, like I said. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next one.